place it in front of our bipod. All right, here we go. Time for another solo overnighter in the woods. Now, just like last week's video, it's gonna rain. So I wanna go ahead and beat the rain. But most importantly, I wanna go ahead and figure out some new tarp configuration that we can do that will keep us bone dry, be easy to set up, and something I haven't done on my channel. All right, so here we are. We're back at the scene of the crime from last week's video. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. It's titled Solo Overnight, Building a Waterproof Tarp Tent in the Woods. We had a cone shape in the back and a door in the front that will open and close, all suspended from this bipod with a ridge pole. Here's the thumbnail right here. Check her out. So let's go ahead and talk reality for a minute. The reality of survival. Too many things get convoluted, overcomplicated. People go to great extremes to reinvent the reinvented or already reinvented wheel to try and be the next best thing, or the new, or the new. Basically to stay relevant. I'm a firm believer in, if it's not broken, don't try and fix it. The simple thing you can do during a rainstorm or prior to a rainstorm is put up a tarp. And depending on how that tarp configuration is, it will determine whether or not you stay out of the wind, out of the elements, and stay bone dry. So let's use that mindset of simplicity and get her done. So just like last week, we're going to go ahead and start with this tarp on the ground. The difference is we're going to flip it over to what's inside out. Before we get too far down the trail, this Corporals Corner logoed hoodie that I'm wearing is currently available at my Etsy store. That link is inside my video description box. Just go there, click on Etsy, and check them out. We started with 500, and we currently have 150 left after 2 weeks. So once they're gone, they're going to be gone for a while. I'm toying with just doing limited runs of stuff. Get them, stick and move, stick and move. Once they're gone, we're going to post something new, and we're going to do it in waves like that. So if you want yours before Christmas, I highly suggest you go to my link and check them out. So I'll go ahead and I'll stake this corner out right here. That way it stays down. And then what I want to do here is I want to pull this one tight on my opposite end and stake that out. We can move this later, but just temporarily stake it out, make it tight. We staked out that corner right there. We're going to skip this one, land on our middle loop there, pull it tight, and stake it out. Again, we can adjust all this later. I just want to get the general design there. There we go. So the sleeping area is going to be from there to there, diagonal across. So now we're going to fold this over. Now this is what we're going for right here. We're going to prop this one up. And this gives you a door or a flap that will stake down. This can be staked down as well, or opened up in a configuration like so you can store your gear and stay dry. I'll temporarily stake all this out, but I want it forward of my ground cloth, or the tarp I'm using for a ground cloth. That way any water that sheds off of this is not going to go onto my body or onto my ground cloth. Okay, so for those that wanted the microphone on my hat, there you go. But someone's going to complain about that too, so you can't make everybody happy. What we're doing right now is we're going to walk through here and try to find a stick about 4.5 to 5 feet in length, preferably a Y branch. That way I can place the loop over the Y branch, and then we can just pound it to the ground and adjust our height. So all we're doing is we're going to grab a loop, and we're going to put it through this grommet, and we're going to pull the tarp back, making more room on the inside. Make a simple bipod here, and that way it will open the front up a little bit more, give us some more options. So all we're going to do is we're going to start off with our timber hitch like we normally do, and we're just going to go around this underneath here, and then we're going to twist it underneath itself until the cordage is gone, and then just simply pull it tight. Then we're going to go around 3 times here. There's 1, there's 2, and then there's 3, and then we'll just smash them all together, and then I'll go between them 2 to 3 times in between here, and then we'll tie it off with a clove hitch. Just go through here like that, and then down underneath like so. Pull it tight. Do that one more time. Pull it tight here. Then tie it off with a clove hitch. Just making an X shape. And then we're going to go underneath that X. So back to our X. Then underneath here, and then we're going to pull it tight. It's more like a constrictor than anything else. Drop it down. All this does is it keeps it tight, keeps it from moving, and locks those wraps and fraps in place. Then an overhand knot right here, and we're done. Boom. Go ahead and pass a stick through our loop here and place it in front of our bipod. Just like that. Now we can pull this thing forward and stake it out. One optional thing you can do here, I'll go ahead and do it, is you can secure your tarp to your bipod. Just makes it a little bit tighter, that way if any wind comes up it's not going to flap around. So we'll just do a simple arbor knot around here, and then we'll lock it down. So we should be dry, but just wind and rain just kind of suck. So there we go. And lastly here, what we'll do is we'll open our back end up a little bit, give us some more room. Just stake this back out. There we go. With something like this, you have way more than enough room and options to sleep. You don't have to sleep on this ground cloth. If you don't want to be hunkered over here in the corner like this, you don't have to be. I could sleep this way, right here, lengthwise, and be out of the rain. Still have a good 1.5 feet of cover on me. But I kind of like being recessed back like this. Over here, all kinds of room for my gear. I can just stick all the gear I want over there. And then, to be brutally honest, you could have 2 people inside this configuration as well. If you're going to hunt, you could sit out here in the prone position and then just sit out here and just wait for something to walk in front of you. You're covered. It's a low profile shelter, and it's something different, something I haven't done before, but I kind of like this. Just a matter of staking it out all the way. Make sure this front part is forward of where you're going to sleep at, and you should be dry. Now there's always that case, there's always that person's like, the front's open, you're going to get it wet. Well, if you sleep outside, you have a chance of getting wet. Sleep outside, you have a chance of being cold. Sleep outside, you have a chance of getting snowed on or wind blown on you or smoke. So the point of sleeping outside is to minimize the risk and still be comfortable while you're doing it and still make it possible. It's going to rain here in about 30 minutes, and it's going to rain all night. So I'm trying to get all the cooking out of the way now. And tomorrow I have a butane stove for coffee, but we'll use that and just get her done. But if I don't use the fire now, I'm going to lose it. And as predicted, there's the rain. So the rain's not letting down anytime soon. And someone's going to say it, I couldn't hear you under that tarp. But there's nothing I can do about it because I'm not going to stand out in the rain and get soaking wet. So on that note, outstanding. Catch you all in a few. So what you're going to need to do is go to my Etsy page, and that's in my video description box. Check out the hoodies, check out the swing grills. We have, I think, 4 or 5 cold handle skillets in there as well. We have our, as usual, the hat patches, bag patches. The universal patches are the gray ones. We have frog gigs, we have the meat forks, regular forks, and we have the #1 bestseller is our strikers, with and without flint. So check those out. At some point we're going to put together a fire kit, and that's going to be a lot of stuff in that kit. I won't give too much away, but that's down the road. But more great things to come. 2024, baby. The whole world's in for a shock, and I'm here, and I'm staying. Classes. 2024, I'm teaching 3 classes. It's called Modern Survival Skills Course, and that is with Buckeye Bushcraft. Go to buckeyebushcraft.com, buckeyebushcraft.com. That link is inside my video description box. It's going to take you to a Modern Skills Survival course. There's 30 spots available per course, and there's 3 courses being taught in 2024. So check that out if you're interested. Got a small break in the clouds right there, and the rain stopped for the moment. But like I said, it's going to rain off and on all night. It's going to dump probably around midnight. It's going to be dumping all morning. We're going to wake up to this inside the shelter. So that's why I wanted to cook now and use the skillet and all that stuff, because I got my butane stove in here. We're probably going to just make coffee in the morning and just lay in here and hunker down. But that's the name of the game. You can't predict everything. Worst case, I can drape a poncho in the front of this and retain my body heat. Got my Swagman roll, and I'm good. But if you notice, we're at the, going around the 2nd week of December, and I'm in a t-shirt. It's like 65 degrees out here. It's insane. Global warming, I don't know. Hollow Earth, I don't know. Flat Earth, I don't know. Football Earth, hot dog Earth, I don't know. Climate change, I don't know. Something's going on here, but who knows. On that note, catch you all in the morning. It's a little bit too early right now. I didn't want to get up right now, but it is what it is. And like I said, the temperature was a whopping like 48 degrees, probably 50 all night. So, I mean, it is what it is. Time to get up. It's fine. There we go. Oh, man. The rain actually did stop. Everything here is wet. So I'm not even going to deal with this. I got my butane stove. Let's use that. Well, that worked out well. The rain did stop, so I was able to get some breakfast. Kind of worried about that. Like I said, those that follow my Instagram have been doing a lot of workout videos, and that's the one main thing on there is to get big, you have to eat big. So that means you got to protein up, you know, and I'm eating every 2.5 to 3 hours. So being that I got up this early, every 2 to 3 hours, every 3 hours, it's like got to eat at 7:30, got to eat at 10:30, and so on. The good old Juan Valdez, always faithful. Let's go ahead and talk about this shelter. You can see the difference in here. It's wet out here, it's dry inside. Being recessed back in there a good 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet, you're going to stay dry unless you got holes in your tarp. This is common sense. This low profile configuration, I mean, standing up is probably about waist height on me. And it worked out well. You're going to retain body heat. And like I said, worst case, you could drape a poncho over top of that. Maybe you can get one of those small buddy heaters and stick it in there, and you should be fine. So it's something to think about. Just saying that, I'm thinking now, doing something like this, but make a hot tent. That might be coming up here soon. Yeah, I'll think about that and see what I can do. But yeah, I'm liking this. More than enough room in there for you and your gear. 2 people could squeeze inside here, cover the front, and you'll be good. The tarp was a 10 by 10. I'm gonna go ahead and put this tarp in my Amazon affiliate page and my link in my video description box. Like I said, I'm toying with this, I'm playing with it, I'm just seeing the options with it, but so far I'm happy. So those that want to grab one of these free soldier tarps, I'll throw it in my Amazon affiliate link, and just go to my video description box, check her out. And last but not least, I want to go ahead and plug my Corporals Corner logoed survival hatchet from Hardcore Hammers. This link is also in my video description box. We had a Thanksgiving Black Friday sale, and a lot of you guys that couldn't afford this jumped on it, so I appreciate it. It turned out well, really well in fact, and those that still want one, you can still get it. Click on that link, use this code right here, CCUSFree23, and get yours today. Alright, let's go ahead and end this bad boy off. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found in 2 places. 1, my Amazon affiliate link, and 2, my Etsy store. Both links are found inside my video description box. Now please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.